Hatley threw one for the fences there.
Unfortunately for him, he missed.
Michael takes a deep breath, ready to execute. He's defending Hatley's jab really well. He's passing his jab off.
Well, that was a good counter though by Hatley. Big kick from Walker. A lot of Walkers following behind us here. Made the way from the Searcy area. Wild left there by Hatley off the mark.
So a little bit of a mouse underneath the right eye of Hatley now. Michael Walker is definitely controlling the cage. Looks like he wants to try to catch one of those kicks and maybe possibly take it back down to the ground.
Good left there by Hatley.
Looks like he might have busted Hatley's nose open as well. Another nice high head kick.
He snuck in that left a couple of times this round. Just can't put a combination together though.
Michael put 2 punches together, drops down to a single leg. He's going to finish that takedown. Reaches for a far ankle to secure it.
Seconds ago, round 2, has his back now. Will time save Hatley here in the second round? Got the choke in.
And I think he was saved by the bell there.
So, even though it technically wasn't, he was saved at the end of the first round, we talked about if there was time left, because he was defenseless, it may have been over. Now, he's definitely saved by the bell to end the second round.
Yeah. And Michael Walker doing a great job just smothering him. Keeping him at a distance, which is a smart thing to do. If I'm in the corner of Hatley, I'm going to tell him we gotta go at it. You see some of the replays here. He throws that jab, 1-2, and then he's clinching, which prevents Hatley from throwing any type of counter. So here we see he's on his back. 5 seconds left. That choke is in deep. Hatley only has seconds to survive, and luckily he did based on the bell.
And right on top of it was Eric McMahon, our referee. So this one will go to a third and decisive round. If it does go to the scorecards, your judges are Jeff Mullins, Nick Davis, and Jason Pollard.
This is the third and final round. Make some noise!
Rick Trotter encouraging these fans here at Inglewood Hall to go crazy here in this third and final round. As the V3 Fights Bantamweight Division title is on the line, Michael Walker trying to defend his title successfully, and the two hug it out before the start of this third round. How about that?
Look, MMA, it's really a test of what you can do, not what the other guy can do. So you don't actually have to have animosity towards the guy. You're just going out and proving what you can do. And that's what these guys are doing right now. Just an amazing display of MMA.
Good leg kick there by Walker. Loaded up, but didn't pull it off there. Didn't pull the trigger. Again, the leverage he gets, Jason, on those kicks, my gosh.
He gets him high. And again, it's keeping Hatley out of his game. Hatley wants to get in the slugfest, but Michael Walker just is too smart for that.
Well, that was a good jab a second ago by Hatley. He got through, but he doesn't have a combination.
Nothing's following.
Because there's a nice lead.
1-2.
But for the most part, it's been one punch and get out of the way. There's an overhand right by Hatley.
And Michael Walker's usually able to stop his jabs. He's back in on a single leg. He's going to probably look to try to drop down, reach for that far ankle. Now, we got him back in a clinch. So Hatley defended that well.
And you're talking about two very impressive young fighters. Walker at 18 and Hatley Jr. at 19. Now out of the clinch. You got to think Hatley and his corner feel they got to do something here that they're behind in the scorecard, on the scorecards.
I would think so. You know, he's got to throw, like you said, he's got to throw some combinations, and he's not.
And
Walker's just throwing those leg kicks, and he's keeping it at distance. That's the biggest thing about it, is it's keeping Hatley away from his game. You see how fast he is when he throws that jab? He moves in, moves out, but that jab's not going to beat Michael Walker.
Walker just missed that up kick. Good lead left by Walker and a good counter by Walker. The Walker's, and there's a nice counter right there from Hatley after the original kick by Walker. But Walker's kick is so good that it has Hatley concerned about throwing that second punch. Again, he held Walker's leg and was able to get a right jab in there.
Walker's actually kind of taunting him a little bit, telling him to come in. What he's going to do is he's going to drop down to a shot and take him down to the ground if he does. But Hatley was actually smart enough not to fall for it. I mean, Walker's just looking like he's got a chin of granite. So we got 10 seconds left. Walker's almost secured a takedown.
Good lead right, good combination there by Hatley. And then Walker goes for the takedown in the final seconds, and the two hug it out. Great sportsmanship. I gotta be honest with you. I mean, Walker won the fight, and Michael is very impressive. In fact, they're all impressive from Barada, as you pointed out earlier. But that was a really strong effort by this young man, Solo Hatley Jr.
Fight of the night so far. That was a great fight. See how it goes. I think Walker's got the win, but let's see.
Okay. Jason will head inside the cage. I think Jason's absolutely right. I think Michael successfully defended his title. I'd be surprised if not. But very impressive performance by Solo Hatley Jr. Here's some of the action. Look at the leverage, the height of those kicks by Michael Walker, and then he goes for the takedown. He gets it. Now Hatley able to sidestep pretty much most of those punches. Right here is where he'll get in trouble at the end of the first round, and time saved him. Now nice left here by Walker. Good action between the two. Now on the ground, there's the attempted rear naked, and time saved Hatley again. But Hatley comes down with a couple of punches in the third round. There's another one after he catches Walker's kick. And a good overhand right by Hatley right there. Great action, great work by our V3 Fights crew. And we're glad to be bringing you all this action. Now we're waiting for the scorecards to get added up. Will Michael Walker retain his V3 Fights Bantamweight title, or will it change over to Solo Hatley Jr.?
Let's give it up for both of these fighters. Again, both highly skilled, showing some determination in this fight.
All right, let's get to
And
the
we do
decision.
have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous decision and still champion, Michael Walker.
Great fight, as Jason said, to this point, fight of the night, but no surprise with the outcome. It was a win for Walker, and it was a unanimous decision as Michael retains that V3 Fights Bantamweight belt. Let's go to Jason.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
So Michael Walker, you just won the belt June 18th. You're already back in the cage. You defended your title, and he's only 18 years old. How do you feel about that fight?
You know, Solo, he's a tough guy, toughest guy I fought by far, and that was my hardest fight, and I'm really thankful to fight him, and I'm really thankful to get this win.
So I know Willie couldn't be here tonight. He had some other obligations. What do you want to say to him?
Willie's like a dad to me. I love him. I love everybody at Barada, and I can't thank him enough for helping me keep this right here.
What's next for you?
And see if I can defend this again. See where I go.
Well, we can't wait. Michael Walker!
Congratulations.